How's it going today, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day so far. So in this video today, we're going to be talking about my top 3 favorite methods for making up to $100 a day online right now in 2019. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because there's a lot of videos out there that talk about how to make $100 a day, how to get started making money online. And even on my channel in the past, I've done videos on like 20 different ways to make $100 a day online. And the truth is there are all kinds of different ways to begin making money, particularly online, but what you can have happen is what people call analysis paralysis or information overload. When you have so many different ideas in front of you, you don't know which one to go with and you end up doing nothing as a result, or you get stuck in this mode where you're continuing to do research on all these different money-making ideas, and ultimately you don't do anything because you're just stuck researching and being in this learning phase. So what I'm going to share with you guys are my top 3 favorite ideas for making money online, and I believe these are the easiest ones to get started with. Now, that being said, are these the most profitable ways to make money online where you're going to become a millionaire? Probably not, but I do think that as a beginner, if you're looking for relatively actionable ideas, these are 3 very solid ideas that you can get started with. And each of these ideas, I'm either making money myself with this method, or I have close friends of mine who have done exactly these strategies. Okay, so method number 1 is leveraging the largest e-commerce platform out there, which we all know as Amazon. Now, a lot of people have heard of the Amazon Associates program before, but if you haven't, I'm going to give you guys a very brief explanation, and I also have a video specifically on the Amazon Associates program I'll link up to in the description below. But basically, there are countless products for sale on Amazon. Most of us exclusively shop there for a lot of things. I know that that's where I buy all of my cat food, and I buy my protein powder and all kinds of random stuff on Amazon. I'm very loyal to that site, and a lot of people are, because that is just how people are shopping these days. More and more people are spending money online. But you can actually capitalize on this trend by simply directing sales to Amazon, and as a result, they will pay you a commission based on the dollar amount of that sale. Now, a lot of people have heard about this before, and they've said, okay, well, my option would be to make like a blog, and then I can have a blog that would direct, sales to Amazon, but maybe they're not interested in blogging. But I have a much simpler way for beginning to make money with the Amazon Associates program, and that is simply by reviewing products that you already own and that you're already familiar with. And this is nothing new. People have been doing this for a long time, but it's continuing to work, and I'm seeing countless examples of people doing this, particularly on YouTube. And I want to share an example of myself doing this with something I did a little bit over a year ago. So just to run you guys through this one more time, what you would be doing is reviewing a product and talking about maybe the features and benefits of that product, showing people how to set it up, and then you would include a link in the description of your video. And if they click on that link and they purchase that product on Amazon in the next 24 hours, even if they click off and go back later, you're going to earn a commission, and we'll go through exactly what those commissions are here in a second. But the beautiful part of this is that they don't actually have to buy what you sent them there for in the first place. You could send them over to buy a printer, and maybe 23.5 hours later, they buy a bathing suit, and you can still earn a commission because of that 24-hour tracking cookie. So there's a lot of benefits to the Amazon Associates program. It's one of my favorite ways for people to get started, and it's also very easy to get into this program. As long as you have some traffic to your channel or website, I've never really heard of anybody having trouble getting into this program, but there are definitely some guidelines you want to familiarize yourself with when you start out with the Amazon Associates program, but we go into a lot more detail in that other video specifically on Amazon Associates. So like I said, a little over a year ago, I decided to test this out. At the time, I had some cryptocurrency I was looking to store on a hardware wallet, and I purchased the Ledger Nano S wallet, which was pretty much the one that was popular at that point in time. Now, I, at the time, didn't have a ton of different ways I was making money with this YouTube channel, and I said, you know what, I want to try to make money and at least recoup the cost of this hardware wallet. So I made 2 different videos on my YouTube channel demonstrating how people can use this hardware wallet and store their Bitcoin and their Litecoin on this wallet. So as you can see, this is both of these videos. Number 1, how to store Litecoin plus other cryptos on a Ledger Nano S. that accumulated, 28,000 views in the last year. And number 2, how to store Bitcoin on a Ledger Nano S hardware wallet. Now, I made a fatal mistake here, and that is the fact that if somebody is already looking to learn how to store stuff on that wallet, they probably already purchased it in the first place. So what I should have done is simply a Ledger Nano S review or a video on how to store cryptocurrency on a hardware wallet. But even though this video was mostly geared toward people who already own the wallet, what I did is I linked in the description below where they could click on that link and purchase the Ledger Nano S from Amazon if they were interested. So let me go ahead and show you exactly what that looks like here. And the other thing I want to point out too is that these videos were relatively basic. I'll show you guys what they looked like. I recorded them both in basically, I think, 3 hours and edited them together. Just basic video here showing the Ledger Nano S, unboxing it, and then going through a brief tutorial on how you're going to go ahead and use this wallet and send your cryptocurrency over to it. So for about 3 or 4 hours of effort, this was my results with this process. And as you can see here, right in the description, I have a link to buy the Ledger Nano S Amazon affiliate link. And when people click on that, you can see my affiliate tag right here, Ryan SC-20. And at the time, this was selling for over $100. Obviously, it's a lot cheaper now. But this was how I was earning commissions when people were clicking on that and then purchasing that product over on Amazon. So this right here is my Amazon Associates dashboard. This is not at all my focus on my YouTube channel as far as the affiliate income I'm earning, so it's a very, very small piece. But as you can see, in the last 90 days, I've earned $86.78 in fees and $92 in bounties. And bounties are like audible.com, for example, where if people sign up for a free trial, you're going to get some kind of incentive for that. I believe it's $5. But even here, this is a passive income source of about $175, or I've virtually done nothing except for placing these links in the description of my videos. But I want to show you specifically the sales I got of the Ledger Nano S as a result of making those 2 YouTube videos on a given Saturday. Okay, so here we are in the dashboard here looking at the reports, and this right here is how much money I earned from Amazon Associates in 2018. It was a total of $3,313.29. Now I know what you're gonna say, that is not $100 a day of earnings, but this is not the focus of my channel. Like I said, I literally just post links in the description of my video, and I'm able to make like, 10 bucks a day, somewhere around there, just by having those links in my videos. So if I was focused more on this, I'm sure I could get it to $100 per day, but for me, there are more profitable things to focus on with my niche and with my YouTube channel. But in particular, I want to show you guys how many of these Ledger Nano S wallets I was able to sell. And as you can see right here, I was able to sell 31 of these units. I had over 1,100 link clicks of those links in the description, and that was just under $4,000 of revenue for that product. Now you might be asking yourself, how much commission are you earning for these items? And I'm going to show you guys exactly where you find that out, and I'll also link to it down in the description below. If you go to the Amazon Associates fee schedule here, you can see exactly what Amazon is paying out based on the different product categories. Some of the higher ones are like headphones, for example, at the 6%, outdoors and tools at 5.5%, but particularly what we sold here, the Ledger Nano S, I believe it fell under this category here of PC components, DVD and Blu-ray, since it is something you would connect to your computer, making this a 2.5% commission category. So for every sale of that Ledger Nano S, I earned a 2.5% commission. And so in total, as you can see here, I earned $100.83 from 2 YouTube videos I made on my channel on a Saturday morning. Now, obviously, that's not a crazy amount of money, but I was able to recuperate the cost of that Ledger Nano S hardware wallet, and that is just from 2 videos that I made. What I'm getting at here is that every single one of these videos that you make where you review a product has the potential to continue to earn you money, and the other thing is they may not necessarily buy that hardware wallet. I had 1,180 people click over to Amazon where a tracking cookie was activated for 24 hours. If they purchased anything in those 24 hours, I would have earned that commission, and there's no way to tell on some of these other items that were purchased, how they originated or how they got to Amazon in the first place. And I want to show you guys right now some of the most expensive things I've sold through Amazon Associates when I never even recommended or mentioned this product in the first place. So number one on my list here, I always talk about this one. This is one of my favorites, is the new Miele Complete C3 vacuum cleaner that I sold. This was a $1,500 vacuum cleaner that I sold, and I earned an advertising fee of $119.92. Have I ever talked about this vacuum cleaner? Absolutely not. I have never looked at it. I've never purchased it myself, but somebody clicked on one of my Amazon affiliate links, ended up purchasing this vacuum cleaner, and as a result, I earned a commission. Another one here, we have the Canon EOS Rebel T6i. I've never talked about or used this camera. That was a $1,400 camera. I actually sold 2 of them, earning me a $55.92 commission. So even though the commission rate might be low on that particular product category, you have no idea what other things people are going to buy that you're going to earn commission on. So how can you go ahead and implement this strategy? Let's go over 2 different ways. Number one, you can take products that you already own, that you're already knowledgeable of, and simply do review videos and post them on YouTube, or possibly tutorials on how to use this product or how to set it up. Obviously, if you're doing a review video, you are ultimately getting in front of that viewer before they've made the purchase. So hopefully you'll have a better conversion rate with people purchasing that product through your affiliate links. Option number 2, if you don't necessarily have products already, what I recommend doing is going over to Amazon and looking at some of their best sellers. And I think electronics is a great category because a lot of people are looking for reviews of these products. But you could also jump over and look at the commission structure here and see what are the highest commission categories. Some of these, like furniture, for example, it's a high commission category at 8%, and it's also a high ticket product. If you sold somebody a $500 couch and you're earning 8%, all of a sudden that's a pretty decent commission. Now, are you going to be able to spend $500 on a couch to review it? That's a totally different story. But what you can do here is jump over to the bestseller section of Amazon and simply look for products that seem like they're worth doing a review of. You want to find a product that's expensive enough, that way when you earn your commission, you're going to be making, a decent amount of money. And the other thing to mention here is maybe you don't need this product. Maybe you go ahead and buy this keyboard or this video camera here, and maybe you don't actually want that product when you're done with it. Well, what you could do is you could repackage it, put it up on eBay, and sell it for 70 to 80% of the value of that product just to recuperate some money there if you don't necessarily need these products. And once you become large enough and you're reviewing these different products, what you'll find is a lot of people are going to be sending them to you for free. And then you don't have to worry about the money you have to put into investing in these products. But one that jumped out to me here is this Netgear R6700 Nighthawk. I believe this would be falling under the PC components, DVD, and Blu-ray. So let's go ahead and calculate what your commission would be for each one of these routers that you sold. So at a price of $89.99 and a commission of 2.5%, you would be earning $2.25 for every single one of these routers that you sold. But again, you have no idea how much you're going to be earning from these other random products people add to their cart or things they purchase within that limit there of that tracking cookie. So over on YouTube, we typed in the Netgear R6700 Nighthawk, or just the R6700, and as you can see here, there are already multiple reviews of this router on YouTube, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because all you would have to do is watch these videos and make a better version of these videos. You shouldn't be afraid of your competition. All you have to do is do it slightly different or slightly better than them. But let's take this video right here, for example. This is the Netgear R67 Nighthawk review, and they were able to accumulate 10,000 views over the last 11 months. And so there's probably a steady amount of people searching for this router and looking to learn more about it. And obviously the reason why we're looking at the Amazon bestsellers is because the more volume of product they're selling, the more people are going to be researching it and looking to learn more about this and figuring out if it's the right router for them. So let's say, for example, this had a 1% conversion rate. So of every 100 people who watched it, 99 people did not buy the router and 1 person did. And that's honestly a pretty low conversion rate. Well, on 10,000 views, that means that 100 people ended up purchasing this router. And we know that the commission was somewhere around $2.25. meaning that you would make $225 from this one video if 100 people purchase that router. Now, obviously, that's not $100 a day, but the point that I want to make here is that videos like this are going to continue to make you money every single day. It maybe took somebody, I don't know, an hour to put together a 6-minute video, and then he was able to earn, a little over $200 from this over the course of the next 10 months. What I'm getting at here is if you want to make $100 a day following this strategy, you would continue to make videos like this, reviewing products, putting them up on YouTube, linking to Amazon, and ultimately getting more traffic and more sales. And if you did this over the course of a year or two, continuing to post these videos, it would be relatively easy to scale this up to $100 a day from reviewing products on Amazon. The best analogy I have here is that each one of these videos is like an oil well, and it has the potential to continue producing oil for you and earning you money. So what you're looking to do is drill as many wells as possible and then begin collecting that oil, and it's something that takes a while to scale up. Is it going to be making you a lot of money at the beginning? Probably not. You're going to make a couple dollars a month for the most part, but once you begin to scale it up, once you have 50 or 100 oil wells going for you, that is when you start to see some serious results. Now, before we get into method number 2, I just wanted to mention if you guys are interested in learning more about my online business, which is basically affiliate marketing around building an audience online, building an audience and making money with it through affiliate marketing, I put together a completely free ebook on my 7 online business secrets, which is basically the 7 biggest game-changing secrets I've learned over the last 2.5 years of running my online business. It's a completely free ebook. I'm going to link it up in the description below. It's going to be the very top link if you guys want to grab a free copy of that. But moving on now, number 2, the second way to make $100 a day online is by flipping textbooks. And I got this idea from a close friend of mine. We were sitting down the other day having coffee, and we were talking about some of our earliest jobs and these shitty jobs we had when we were in college. And he told me that he used to work at the college bookstore, making like $8 an hour, basically licking envelopes and organizing books. So it was a terrible job. Ultimately, he got fired for basically no reason, and he had to figure out, okay, how can I make money to, pay for gas and maybe some beer? And so what he decided to do is start flipping textbooks. So he would find people on campus that were looking to sell their textbooks, he would buy them, and then he would sell them online for a slightly higher price. Now, what you're capitalizing on here is the laziness of the average college student. Most college kids are not going to take the effort to go out and buy a box, package up their books, list them on eBay, sell them on eBay, go to the post office, ship it out, and deal with all of that, putting in their tracking information. They're just not going to do that. And so if you're offering them cash on the spot, they're probably going to just take that offer even though they can get more money online. It's just simply not worth the effort. And he was able to make, 50 or 100 bucks a week just doing a couple college textbook flips. And he wasn't looking to make $1 million. He was just looking to make a couple bucks while he was in school. And he went from working for like $8 an hour, working, 6 or 7 hours a week, to doing about 2 hours of work a week doing the flipping, making like 100 bucks. So you can make a pretty decent amount of money here by buying and selling textbooks. And I want to show you guys an example of what that would look like right here. So what I did here is I went on Craigslist and I typed in textbooks, and I found out that there were 12 different listings in my area. And obviously Craigslist is not the only option for buying items. You can look on Facebook Marketplace. You could do ads in papers. You could do ads at campuses. There are so many different ways that you could potentially find textbooks to sell. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this book here that I found, Getting to Know ArcGIS 4th edition, selling for $35. So let's go ahead and click on this listing here. Obviously this has been up for 7 days. I'm assuming nobody has purchased it since it's still for sale. So let's go ahead and price out this textbook and figure out if there's any money to be made here. And the best tool that I found for this is a website called Bookfinder. You type in either the author, the title, or the ISBN number, and it gives you an idea of what that textbook is selling for new and what it is selling for used, and it will give you a general idea of how much you would be able to sell that textbook for. So here we have the page from Bookfinder showing us what this textbook is selling for. Obviously, as we could see here, this person is looking to get $35 for this book. And what we're looking at here is the used price of these books and what they are selling for on this right-hand column. What you can see here is that most people are selling this book for around $50, and this includes any shipping costs as well, meaning that you could likely comfortably sell this book for the $45 to $50 range on eBay. Now, you obviously have to consider what your shipping cost is, but obviously shipping book rate through the post office is going to be relatively inexpensive, and you also have to think about your seller fees. But because this listing has been sitting here for a week, if I were doing this, I would email this person and I would say, okay, I'll give you 20 bucks for the book. I'll come pick it up right now, cash. So if you did sell that book for, let's say, $50 on eBay, and after shipping and fees you made $42, that means your profit margin after purchasing it for $25 would be a 68% profit margin. And so you can honestly find deals like this all the time just by looking on Craigslist or talking to college students, passing out business cards saying, look, cash for textbooks. If you don't want to list them and sell them, I will buy them off your hands, pay you cash right now. And you're going to find a lot of people are not interested in going through the process of boxing up their books, listing them on eBay, and selling them. Okay, now third and finally, the third way to make $100 a day online, one of the easiest ways in my opinion, is to sell Instagram posts. Now you might be wondering, what the hell does that mean? How do I sell Instagram posts? I'm going to explain to you guys exactly what that is right now. So in case you don't know, this is the page that I own. It's called Investing Simple. I ended up purchasing this page back in June of 2018. It had 127,000 followers, and the person who manages this account for me has been able to scale it up, and this right here is a great source of passive income for me, where I'm able to make money primarily through affiliate marketing. But that being said, in order to grow on Instagram, you need to be putting content out on Instagram, and it also has to be good content that people actually want to see. So what you can see here is a combination of other people's posts that we have shared, and this is called a BPP, Best Performing Posts. And then we also have Investing Simple content, things that we have made. Now, the thing is, I am not making this content. I don't wake up on a Saturday morning and say, okay, I'm going to sit down and make content for Investing Simple, because it's just not a good use of my time. Just like the fact that I'm not going to do reviews of products on Amazon, because there are ways for me to make more money with my time. But if you are a beginner and you're looking to start making money, this could be an easy way for you to make money, is by making posts like this for other people on Instagram, and they're really not super complicated. It's really a matter of taking a statistic and making it visually appealing, or infographics, and making posts just like this, and we pay people to make these posts for this page. So that is option number one. Find pages on Instagram and offer to make content for them. And obviously the going rate for this depends on the quality of the content. If you're making basic photos with text on them, maybe you're going to get 50 cents per post. But if you're making good quality stuff like this, where there's a lot of research that goes into it, this could be a $1 to $2 per post here. And I've even seen people charging as much as $5 per post, but that is usually for ones that are already proven content. So something that's worked well for somebody else, remaking it and making your own version of it. So what I mean by that, we'll take a look at a post here that's done pretty well. This one always does well, this Rich Dad Poor Dad one. Obviously 15.3 thousand likes. Let's say, for example, somebody took that quote and made one of these posts with that quote. They might be able to say, this is proven content. We have seen it work already. It's going to work for you too. We're going to charge $5 for that post. So I would say you're looking at anywhere from 50 cents to $5 per post based on the research that goes into it, and whether or not it's proven content, or maybe it's just some random photo with text that you're doing. But it can be a relatively easy way to start making money online. Now, the second way that's also equally interesting in my opinion is to sell what we call these BPPs, or best performing posts. So maybe you're not good with graphic design, or you have no interest in making posts. Another thing you can do to make money is to find out what these BPPs are in a niche. So as we said, a BPP is a best performing post, and this is simply content from other people that's performing better than the average content. So we're going to look at my page here and identify what some of these BPPs are, just so you guys have an example, and that's going to make a lot more sense in a couple seconds here when I explain what you're going to be doing with this. So what you want to do is take a look at this page or any page you're researching and figure out what is the average amount of likes that a post is getting. And I'll tell you right now for my page, it's somewhere around 6,000. So if I see a post getting 10 or 11 or 12,000 likes, that means that is a best performing post and it's getting shared to a larger audience than just my followers. And obviously when that's happening, my follower count is going to grow. So these BPPs are tremendously valuable to people like me because we want to be sharing this content on our pages to build our following. So we'll go ahead and scroll through here and try to identify a couple. This one right here, 15.2 thousand likes on this post. And this is a post from Future Successors. So I would identify this right here as a BPP. I would put it in a separate folder. As you keep going along here, this is one of our originals that we made that got 14.2K likes because it was a very controversial post. It drove a lot of comments, and as a result, the crazy engagement pushed it out to a larger audience. Moving on here, this one right here, 15.3 thousand. I would take this one, I would add it to my folder as well. This one, let's see here. This one got 10.8K. That's another good one. This is from a page called Now Future. And obviously you would want to tag the author of all these posts to give them credit because you are resharing somebody else's content. This one right here, 17.9K. The reason why all of these are doing exceptionally well is because my page manager is really good at what he does. He finds the BPPs himself and then shares them on my page. And it's really kind of weird, but this is what people are doing on Instagram. They're taking content that is proven, that has worked well for other people, posting it on your page or their page, and then building a following in the process by essentially regurgitating other people's content. But there's a tremendous amount of value in these collections of posts. And so what you could do, you could pick a niche like entrepreneurship or business, for example, and spend a couple hours going through all these pages and packaging up 50 or 100 of these BPPs, and then you could contact pages like me or other business or entrepreneurship pages and say, hey, I know you post BPPs on your page. I have 50 or 100 pieces of proven content that I will sell you, and maybe you're going to sell it for 25 bucks or $50. But the beauty of that is you only have to make it once, and then you can sell that to multiple pages. And if you want to make more money, what you could do is put together a tutorial on how they're actually going to use this content, what they should be using as captions, and exactly what they're going to be doing with this to begin making money and, you know, building a larger following or whatever their goal is. So that right there is method number 2, packaging up BPPs and then potentially, you know, having some kind of strategy behind it, showing people exactly how they can use these pieces of content to build their followings. At the end of the day, content is always going to be a commodity. Posts like this, you know, even though a lot of them are pretty good and well researched, I could find 1,000 people that can make stuff just like this. And so because it's a commodity, people aren't going to be paying crazy amounts of money for it. But if you could instead offer people a service where you're not just giving them the content, you're also showing them how to use it and how it will benefit them, well, that just suddenly became a lot more valuable. So that right there is option number 3, leveraging Instagram and either making posts for other influencers or packaging up BPPs and selling it to other people. Okay, anyways guys, thanks so much for sticking around for this whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below which of these 3 ideas are you the most excited about, and if you actually plan on taking action on this advice, you know, let me know in the comment section below. I'm always curious how many people, you know, just watch videos like this versus actually take action on this advice. And as mentioned in the beginning of this video, if you want to grab that completely free ebook, that is the top link in the description below. That is the 7 business secrets, the biggest secrets I've learned in the last 2.5 years of running my own online business that are ultimately going to give you a significant advantage with basically anything you're doing online. So that is the top link in the description below. I would highly encourage you guys to grab that free guide and check it out. But thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.